Dun, 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 dun.
Welcome back, man. We are the Wash Gods.
Wash
Never
Gods.
washed up.
Wash never washed up.
I am Drafts.
I'm Sean-Luc Picard.
We're here today, man. It's another day in America. I don't want to get too much into the episode before we talk about the shooting that just went down in Minnesota. R.I.P. to that guy.
Dante Wright.
Yeah, get my facts straight.
Yeah.
A lot of times I don't even research them too much because I'm like, man, we got a trial going on right now with George Floyd, and I get they're saying less than 15 miles away is when Dante Wright was murdered. Apparently, they said the police officer thought they reached for their taser, but actually reached for their pistol and shot him. The footage came out from a body cam.
Wasn't Philando Castile in Minnesota as well?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah,
R.I.P. to Philando Castillo. His was probably the most graphic one for me. I remember seeing that shit like right around when it like first hit the net, like not really knowing what I was watching. So this one I'm gonna be honest, I haven't even seen the footage because I just didn't want to have that circling in my head. At this point, I always think about like a story my dad told me maybe not that long ago, but he was just talking about how it was around the time one of these shootings happened, but he was saying how it happened to one of his friends growing up and like how they just remember just sitting outside, just drinking all night, just fucked up. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't no social media uproar or nothing. Like it just is what it was. Like they just had to deal with it. So, I mean, I guess the gift of social media, I say, is like, at least America got to deal with it on at least some level. Like everybody white got to kind of look at each other. They can't act like we ain't just seeing what the fuck been going on, even though obviously it hasn't made much of a difference. But
yeah, they're not slowing up, man. They're putting up numbers in consecutive states. Yeah. Meanwhile, we've had numerous mass shootings. Like, these aren't necessarily the issues that whatever. I think they said he called his mom during the stop, and he told his mom that they told him he was being pulled over for having air fresheners hanging from his rearview mirror. And when you think about just the social climate in Minnesota between civilians, specifically African Americans, and the police during this time period, you think you'd be more concerned about some other shit.
Yeah,
like it makes it look absolutely ridiculous. Like,
yeah. Now we're so far in the game. I almost feel like trying to figure out what happened and the details of it is almost just irrelevant to me personally, because it's just like, man, we know what the fuck. You shot a motherfucker in his back or whatever the fucking case is. Like, you shot an unarmed man that didn't pose any threat to you. So whether wherever the fuck you pulled him over for, like, it shouldn't have been even an incident where you pulled a gun on him. I know they're trying to say that he had a warrant for a gun or something years ago, so maybe that's why they approached the situation in that way. But I mean, if we want to do the statistics on gun ownership, y'all don't pull over every white man thinking that. Do them numbers. And how many of them motherfuckers got guns and they ride?
There's 2 mass shootings in the same week.
So
in 1 month.
Yeah, man. R.I.P. Dwayne Wright. Yeah. So R.I.P. to that man. That's all I got to say about that. Got anything to say? But yeah, man. We can get into it. Yeah, man. Sorry, I just had to get that off, man. I didn't want to. I look crazy without speaking on it, but we can get into the countries.
We even announced the episode.
Oh shit! Yeah, this is episode 56. Oh yeah. I know last episode I said episode 56, but we didn't drop episode 55, so things are fucked up. But we'll get back on track. Whatever. It's 56 again. LT
episode. 56 again.
Hell yeah.
Shout out LT. We had that was great, bro. Can't redo it. Can't even redo it.
Yeah, but shout out to him. But we're getting to the countries, man. Shout out to everybody that's been paying attention, man.
Thank you, man.
I appreciate y'all. I know we missed a week and shit, but y'all back like y'all never
got
left.
a lot of good feedback on the last episode too. Shout out to everybody that's still rocking with us.
Most plays we got in one day, so shout out to everybody that listened. Yeah, so these United States, the United Kingdom, Australia.
What up, mate?
Canada, Iceland, Germany.
Number one black podcast, Iceland.
Ireland, Russia, India, France, Brasilia, Norway, Finland. Yep. What's it, Brasilia?
It's like the second time you've done that shit. That's fine.
Costa Rica, Puerto Rico, Romania, Spain, Ecuador,
Spain.
New Zealand, Denmark, the Netherlands,
Shout out
Sweden,
my Kiwis.
Singapore.
That's not.
Yeah, probably.
Bleep
Slovakia.
that. Bleep.
Belgium, Italy, Qatar.
Yep, pizza.
Turkey,
Qatar.
and Hong Kong.
What about Japan? We still big in Japan?
Oh, Japan. Shout out Japan. All right, so yeah. We are back once again, man. We're the Wash Guys, never washed up. So how was your week?
The week was cool. I really it was cool, man. Today was kind of funky. But I went on vacation for the first time. We had an abridged week. Played the Beach Boys and shit. I need a vacation.
Why did I go to that one?
Still be watching Friends and shit. I'm telling you, bro, this nigga got a secret life.
God damn it. It's on camera.
Anyway, man.
We're going to edit that out.
No.
You can't have a week this week.
You can't have a week. No, but I went out of town with my coworkers. We planned this whole little vacation where we all took our families down to like the Alabama-Florida border. It sounds like a country band. But Florida Bama border. Name of the pot. But it was cool other than the fact that it rained the last day we were there, or the second day we were there, which is pretty much our first full day. We went down, I think about 12 in the afternoon. Took us about 5.5 hours and got down there just in time to kind of sit down, set up dinner. Of course, we work in a restaurant, so food was crazy. When I talk about crazy, I IG posted some of my IG stories, man, but I slick didn't want to do a lot because I feel like I said, I feel like that shit's lame. But it was magnificent. I don't know what I was trying to say at that point, but it was that. All that and then some. Yeah. Magnificent, nigga. That shit was magnificent. You hear me? All the witches, Ursula, nigga, Snow White, all them bitches, they was there.
Oh shit.
But it was funny because riding down, I got my daughter. I didn't drive a lick, which was also amazing. Riding down, I'm with what would be considered the kids' car, but it was really just everybody who left late. Cause like one of my coworkers is in college. Another one I think is like working before she goes to college, and another one is just and the other one is just working. Like he's like mid-20s. So it's all different aspects of like age groups, and then it's my, you know what I mean, undisclosed age and my daughter in the car with me and my responsibilities. And adulthood is like the gap is so obvious, and it made me realize once we got there, just even little shit like the music choice and conversation. Definitely, we found out that DMX passed away, and I kind of blow my wash moment. But then we found out DMX passed away while we were on the way down there, and the college student, turns around and was like, you know who DMX is? I just kind of looked at her. I don't even think I said anything because I didn't say yes. I think somebody might have chimed in before I got the chance to say anything. But in my head, I was like, oh shit, nigga, I'm at that stage. Like I'm too old to to care about like what's going on with the younger generation.
It's like Jam Master Jay when I kind of heard about him getting murdered. I mean, I knew who. I mean, I don't know if I really knew who Jam Master Jay was. I'm gonna keep it funky. Like,
Right.
his Run DMC is before my time. Like, they were so big that they like resonated, and like, you know, it was like echoes of them left over for me. But I didn't know who the fuck their DJ was. Like,
Yeah.
why would I know that? But you know, yeah.
I knew who Jam Master Jay was. I'm a little bit, you know what I mean, ahead of your age group, but I didn't know the cultural relevance either. Like I got into an argument with my uncle about like
the LL joint.
Yeah, the LL shit, and I'm like, man, there's no. we this is the war of attrition. We're not gonna get anywhere with this shit.
Yeah, it's just, you know.
I don't know.
Just had to be there.
And I realized like niggas I grew up on are like that. Like, yo, I can't explain DMX to her.
Nah, not at all. Even when I went back and listened to his music, it was just like, man, you know, no salt, but it's very much a timepiece.
Yeah, so it don't necessarily age well. But I mean, it ages like if you go to Cancun or like Vegas. Yeah, and that's but you hear so, especially later DMX. Like first, like It's Dark and Hell is Hot and Blood of My Blood, Flesh of My Flesh. Those two classics. If you're into that type of shit, but I couldn't play DMX for my homeboy's son Logan. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's just not gonna make sense.
He gonna be like, yeah, this is loud. You know what I mean? And I'm sure it'll get to a point where, like, another generation of music will play Meek Mill and it'll be like, yeah, I don't get it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or Thug.
Or Thug, yeah, definitely. So I don't know. Like, that was just part of my weekend. The rest of it was pretty much me kicking it with my daughter. Almost I went fences again on Austin. That shit was crazy. So we sitting upstairs and it's a bunch of kids, and one of my coworkers' children is a girl and is the same age as Austin. So of course they're like best friends, and so we're getting ready to go to the beach with the last few hours of daylight. And I tell her to get her stuff together. So she's like, yo, I bought her this little football, like a football you can throw in the water and it gets heavy. Otherwise, it's a piece of shit. But I tell her to go get her football, and I forgot she left it outside because, of course, we had a pool, so she threw it in the pool as soon as we got there. I had told her previously not to go outside without me being downstairs, and if she was going to, that's what she wanted to do, she had to ask for permission because she got a habit of just like telling me what she gonna do. So it's not to a point where it's disrespectful. It's just like, yo, she don't know how to formulate the words. So I'm correcting her in that. So she's working on that. I tell her to go get her football, and I hear somebody say, Austin's outside. And immediately I was like, yo, she's outside, we're not going to the beach. I'm spazzing, right? So I get downstairs, I see her outside, and I'm like, yo, get in the house. We're not going to the beach. I don't even fuss. I'm like, get in the house. We're not going to the beach. And I see her face frown up. She tearing up. She starts screaming by the time we get to the like hallway. Everybody looking. I take her in the room. I'm like, yo, didn't I tell you not to go outside without asking for permission? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, so why was you outside? She's like, because I went to go get my football. And I'm standing there and I'm like, yo, who told you to get your football? And she's like, you did. I'm like, and it was outside? And she's like, yeah. It's like, you know what? Come here, man. My bad. Bring it in. I'm sorry. All right. I was like, yo, I totally forgot. I had to humble myself to a 4-year-old because I was tripping.
Yeah. Life be like that though. I mean, some parents don't even give the kid the props. So you know.
She also let me drown shortly after that, so I can assume that like I fake drowned when I was at the beach, and because she was scared, she just ran away. And then we had a discussion about it later, and she was like, I was like, yo, how come you let me drown? She was like, because I was afraid of the waves. I'm like, me too. That's why I'm drowning. What are you talking about? She was like, yo.
Maybe she was going to get help.
She was like, no, she didn't get help. She went back to collecting shells. Like, she didn't give a fuck. She really ran back to me. And it's fucked up because one of my coworkers was like, yo, you traumatized her the night we got out there. Because we got to the beach. After we ate, we were like, yo, it's not raining. It's going to rain all day tomorrow. And if we don't go to the beach now, we may not be able to go. So it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. It was actually really dope. It was 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm taking Austin out to the beach. So we go out there, and the waves are coming in, and I'm standing out there on the shore, and I'm like, yo, just put your feet in the water. And so instead of like letting her walk out there, I like picked her up, and a big wave came in, got everybody wet. She freaked out. It's dark. She's screaming and shit. It was like, yo, you done traumatized her. And I'm like, yo, why you scared? Like, I'm telling her, like, yo, you with me. I'm not going to let nothing happen to you. But, yeah, now she won't fuck with the water at all. So when I was drowning, she had no intention on coming to get me. Yeah.
Well, there's that.
That was my week, man. I mean, today, I since we're doing RIPs, man. RIP Hilton Williams Sr., man. My grandfather passed away. It was weird hearing it. Only because I realized there are different levels of family too. Like this weekend, like hanging out with people who have, like, they're all couples, all married, all multiple kids. I'm there, single dad, and my daughter, which is cool. You know what I mean? Like, but I also felt like I was being observed, like, cause it's like, yo, how is he around this child? And I mean, I don't care, man. Like, I saw how they talk to their kids, and it's two of y'all, right? Like. Which is funny because I realized that mothers are the meaner parent, bro. Dads are cool, bro. Dads are always the more rational side, whether you have a boy or a girl. Like, I think that's why.
I don't know, man. My dad was a lot more strict than my mom.
Nah, I don't know, man.
My dad was more structure based.
No, definitely more structure based. But if you got a problem, if you got a problem,
I would say I would talk to my dad more about. As I got older,
or even if you want a positive outcome to a question or a request.
Oh nah, it was definitely my mom.
Really?
Yeah. I'm the youngest, man.
Oh, it must be different over there.
Yeah, it's different on this side, dog.
The worst that would get, like, when I got older, my dad would start making decisions, and I saw that. I guess it's a generational gap too, because I see like the other parents, they interact with their kids a lot more leniently, and I think it's because they have so much in common, like they play video games together. Like, they're all into sports. We have, like, me and my dad never did that shit. Like, my dad played sports and we would hoop together, but it wasn't like a common thread that I have through my childhood. Like, I do remember being, maybe not. I might be flexing a little bit, but I know we weren't into sports like that. I wasn't like a play for your high school type nigga. My dad wasn't one of those play for your high school type niggas. We was just, you know what I mean? Yeah. Even though he did track and field. But anyway, I say all that to say, like, yo, having my grandfather pass and only talking to, like, family just because, like, somebody passed away, it's like, oh shit, we one of those families, nigga. Family reunions are tumultuous, like, and I saw their family kind of like interact. I'm like, oh, y'all kick it all the time. Like, one thing I realized the difference between other families and mine, like, yo, you might not really be family at this point if you don't have a group chat. Like, like if your family don't have a group chat, like, you ain't really. And I think about the group chats I have with individuals, like, we really got some shit going on, and those are, like, even the work group chat. Part of the reason I feel like I went down there is because they're pretty much a family-owned business. It's everybody there. They was all gonna take a vacation. Like, I'm just gonna be off and at home with my child while they take one. Like, it's a family environment that doubles as a workspace. And I think also, like, families that do shit together, like, we got friends that got really big families, they do shit together, the energy's different around there. So it was just interesting growing up and seeing, like, how your parenting style affected you and how other parenting styles are changing around me as I get older. Like, kids running around everywhere, parents are just kind of fine with it. Like, they played this weird ass Pictionary game that had all these raunchy topics, and the kids is just watching TV in the other room. It's like, you're real family in here. But I guess, I mean, I'm the only person in the house that wasn't fucking, like, because it's everybody's kids running around. So maybe I'm tripping because I was uncomfortable. But who knows? Yeah, that was my week, though.
Well, I don't really, I don't even have a good rebuttal to that. But yeah, my week was, I didn't have much going on, I guess. Oh, shout out Brinks.
Yeah, shout out Brinks. Shout out Brinks and Juju.
Yeah. Put up on Brinks. Oh yeah, Taji was there. Forgot you were there, bro. Yeah.
Shout out Nolan Exposure. We got into the heavy topics.
Nah,
you see us because of him or some shit. Whatever draft says. Without him, there's no us. Whatever sentimental shit this nigga said. The draft got all the taglines, bro. I had no tag. I gotta work on my shit, man. I had a talk before this pod. You can do it, bro. Just stay focused. Stay focused, nigga. Stick to the script. Use the board.
Oh shit! But yeah, man. Shout out to Brinks, man. Put up on Brinks. Got to play the album for him, so that was always good, just to get feedback on that. Just live feedback, and yeah, that was just some that was cool. And after that, we ended up pulling up on Illa too. So shout out to Illa, shout out to Flux. We talked about the album again. So it was just I felt like I was doing my media run. Quote unquote. So
in this COVID era, where
we're
just little media for underground rap.
I have a few trusted voices that I actually go to for musical opinions.
Jesus.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it was just
pray
cool.
On it.
It was cool to see Illa because I hadn't seen him in a minute, especially Flux. It's always love with that.
I think the last few times I've been to Illa's crib, I think once without you and then once with you, I seen Flux.
Yeah, but and just people like that actually, not to say that other people don't actually listen to the music because they do, but people that I know I had a relationship with early on, and they can talk about the progression of the music, and whether it's you or me both, and just about how we attack songs and just little things like that I know that I consciously do or we consciously do, and it's good to hear that people notice it. So that was the thing. Other than that, what the fuck did I do, man? I don't think there was much going on in my life other than that. It was a pretty slow week, man. I don't really be doing much, man. I don't be on vacations and shit like this nigga.
All right, bro.
Nigga
Take sabbaticals, bro.
Nah, man. But
ruin the pod about the trip. Ain't gonna tell me I can't take no vacation. What's wild is this is probably the first vacation I've taken since the last time I went out of town with them. And no, I'm lying. I went on a vacation in July.
Yeah, you be out of here, bro. But it's all good either way.
This nigga, man. Iceland coming soon.
Other than that, just listen to a lot of music. Try to stay on my little pin game or whatever. Cut a few joints this week. Just trying to stay busy with the civil rights shit. Yeah, man. Pretty slow week. Other than that. Mm-hmm. Like you said before, though, R.I.P. DMX. I don't know how much we got into that, but I'm gonna say that once again.
Yeah, R.I.P. DMX. Favorite DMX song, everybody.
It's How It's Going Down.
Mm-hmm. All right. Just because
Slipping or Falling. I'm tripping. Slipping, Falling.
All right. I gotta say, Stop Being Greedy.
That's a dope joint.
When I heard,
I like me and my brother. We had a whole conversation about DMX, when we were riding the Illas. And we talked about how the era of DMX we liked, like you said, the early on. I like calm DMX, I said, How's It Going Down? Slip and Falling. That's DMX. When he's really just getting his pain bars off. The introspective DMX is the one I like. So R.I.P. to him, man.
Yeah, the many faces of DMX. Yeah. Fuck Ayala. You ain't fix this nigga life.
Yeah, man.
We gonna have a talk about.
We might need to have that conversation about
black women in platforms and how they.
Not even no. Oh yeah.
Shout out Black Lives Matter.
No, I was just gonna say.
I got a bone to pick, man. That Black Lives Matter shit pissed me off.
I was just gonna say the industry as a whole, but
no. Bitch got houses.
I mean, but that's still an echo of the industry, though.
All right.
It's not just her. It's not just.
No. I'm not saying that it's not.
Because Jada is kind of doing that with her with the red table.
I'm not saying that. I'm not. Yeah, and that was kind of some bullshit too. Mm-hmm. So, all right. Guess we're not gonna touch on the topic.
We can talk about Space Jam 2 right quick. The trailer came out for Space Jam 2. Shout out LeBron James. Space Jam came out when I was a kid. You know, I used to dream. The heat
Like
inside,
Mike, like to be like Mike. Yeah, those are the words that matter.
Yeah,
because nobody's gonna know what I used to dream. What's he singing, bro?
I wanted to give him the intro.
No. Get to the point. We gotta get to the point because we just talking about being washed and shit, bro. Don't nobody know this shit no more.
Anyway, he had a theme song, man.
That wasn't even part of Space Jam, nigga. Wasn't it? I know the Space Jam soundtrack, bro. That wasn't even in it. Neither was Set It Off.
Anyway, shout out to LeBron James, man. Like I said, I was a kid when that Space Jam dropped. So even though I was actually never a Michael Jordan like guy. Like I was more of the AI era. But I always loved Jordans.
I
Jordans.
I hated
was a fan of
Jordan.
Jordans.
Jordan always fucked up every team I liked. Fucked up the Knicks every year.
I just liked whatever team wasn't like Jordan. So I think Penny was the first introduction to like. I feel like
fucked up the Magic too. I like the Magic.
Yeah, fucked them up pretty bad. But yeah, man, Space Jam 2 look actually solid, man. I ain't mad at it.
All right, I watched Space. I'm not excited. I tried to show Austin Space Jam 1 because we were getting ready to.
but it's not good either.
Yeah, it's not. But the thing is, I'm trying to figure out how. Because maybe LeBron is a big enough figure to resonate with the younger generation of basketball.
Sure. What?
They got all that intellectual property to back it up too.
But I don't think kids are gonna understand what Space Jam is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for the fact that they're interested in.
Like I understood what the fuck Space Jam was.
Like
like when it came out.
Right. You're like, oh hell yeah, Space Jam. Well. Like I'm behind. All right. We'll see, bro.
I remember my dad got kidnapped and they made him hoop in space. Like,
that shit be happening all the time, man. Tale as old as time, nigga. They kidnapped this nigga and made him hoop in space. That's taken, bro.
Space taken. That's hilarious. Oh shit. Yeah, man. But yeah, I wasn't mad at the trailer. Like I said, like first Space Jam.
Made him hoop in space. It's so funny to me. All right, I'm back.
Yeah, man. But the trailer didn't look terrible to me, man. Like I said, the first one wasn't good. So.
Shout out Don Cheadle, man.
Yeah.
Got another one.
Yeah.
Don Cheadle gonna sneak his way into a blockbuster, boy.
Someone else I saw in there that I was surprised. I can't remember who it was.
Not his son.
Yeah, that was weird. But I get it. It would have been a little bit too spot on.
Yeah, they ain't have Michael Jordan real kids in the first one. They just stayed true to form.
Yeah. I forgot about that part of the movie too.
Yeah.
They're both bad actors, so
you know how that go.
Yeah.
Unless you're Blake Griffin, according to Neil Brennan.
Yeah. On that note,
after these messages, we'll be right back. So sports been wilding lately. Sports, specifically Barstool Sports. There was this whole, I don't know what you call it, man. All my news comes from the abstract sources like podcasts or YouTube ads. And through one of the many media sources I take in, I heard the story about Michael Rappaport getting into it with KD and on Twitter or Instagram, one of these social media outlets. And KD really threatening this nigga, like telling him he's gonna beat his ass. Told him drop a pin, gave him his address, which is adorable. Like as an NBA star with money, you still willing to get your hands dirty and go out here and threaten people. Like you pay $50,000 to the NBA for inflammatory statements. You could have just gave a nigga from the hood $100, and he would have beat this nigga up at Subway.
Yeah, I really don't even understand that whole idea of being a celebrity and
beefing with niggas.
Yeah,
like why everybody's rich, man.
Yeah.
Like why are y'all arguing? And
I know you're a person. And,
yeah, but who cares, man?
Yeah.
And maybe we don't know. Maybe there's a limit on the amount of scrutiny a person can take from who. 'Cause I know I feel like that in my day-to-day life. Like, it'd be weird if a child walked up to me and told me like what I should be doing in a given scenario where I was going about my own business, or like if I was at work. If one of your employees or one of the people who work for you or under you came and told you how you could do your job better, like, you'd be pissed. And then maybe not even pissed, but you'd have a moment like, fuck. Like, you'd have to kind of take a second.
I mean, if they said it on Twitter, I don't know. I don't know if I would.
This is true. I don't know if he. I don't know how people care that much with so much on their plate. Like,
yeah, on social media. That's why I don't get, like, I just feel like you seems like you would be.
And
more
Michael
busy.
Rappaport makes like, he's an actor. He's already got a job, and I guess he was employed for Barstool Sports at one point. I know Dave Portnoy had recently leaked the deposition that Michael Rappaport apparently sued them for defamation of character, some stupid shit about a T-shirt. But Dave Portnoy has kind of been really, really open about like stirring up all sorts of controversy and drama. Recently, he had a sex tape leak as well, and apparently it's not his first one. Like, the first one, he made a statement. Well, he made kind of a joke of it. Like, he was talking about the fact that nobody can confirm the aliases. He's not saying that, or the people involved in the video, but if they, some little joke. Anyway, but the new sex tape apparently was leaked illegally, and it's wild because it's not anywhere on the internet. I Googled it. I was interested. I'm not gonna say. I don't know what celebrity sex tapes became such a thing. Probably like the early '90s, but
they're always disappointing for me.
Yeah, they're always disappointing. But this one apparently was lit.
I'll be having the lotion ready to go. I'm like, man, what the fuck, man? Let me go back to
the Eve one was probably the most disappointing because I was really excited about Eve's sex tape, and then
I don't even remember that one.
Yeah, she was just getting fingered or some shit. I'm like, bro.
I remember like the hip hop.
Saw this on the bus on the way home, bro.
The VH1 chick with the shower pole. What was her name? Mimi something?
Mimi. Yeah, Mimi was kind of lit, but she had weird tits.
Yeah, her body just wasn't what I needed it.
Where'd y'all get y'all shower pole from, bro? Because that shit is not from Target.
And they were trying too hard.
Yeah.
I was like, man.
They knew they was going to leak
it.
Yeah. That's the worst, man. When somebody knows they're going to leak it. That's why the Portnoy shit might have been lit. Because, you know, you do some wild shit for yourself.
I don't know. Maybe just like porn is you got to give them some credit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
that's
why
skill.
they call it a porn star, man.
I'm not a rookie, man.
Yeah, they role players, man.
I got
G League, if anything.
I got blocked.
G League porn.
I got blocked by somebody on Twitter because they retweeted somebody saying like OnlyFans stars or sex workers are just like athletes. I just seen some shit doing some shit on OnlyFans that made my head spin, and the girl who I guess has an OnlyFans account, or it may have been her account, tweeted like, "Yep, just like LeBron or any other pro athlete." It's like, bitch, you ain't got no Space Jam for your OnlyFans. Like, you're not. It's not the same.
I mean, she might be fine though. I mean,
yeah, she might be fine. So, well, that being said, you pray to that.
She might be an underground legend.
To
man.
that,
she might be hot sauce.
To that adage, yeah, I was gonna say to that adage. You just kind of proved that point. Like, nigga, they stars for a reason.
Yeah, I got
the sex tapes leak. This shit be kind of. Yeah. OnlyFans Space Jam might be it. Shout out to me, man.
Yeah, well.
But nah, man. Barstool just kind of looking like the white world star. That was the topic I had. It's just like a mess over there. In the wild world of sports, other messes involving a lot of sex, allegedly. Paul Pierce recently lost his job with ESPN due to him going live at his 18-year-old son's birthday party. That's what I mean, man. Dads are more lit, bro. Shout out Paul Pierce for throwing his 18-year-old a party that was so lit it got him fired.
Yeah, I never knew that was his.
It was his son's party. Yeah. The funniest tweet I saw was a picture of like this nigga sitting in a booth. He's sitting in a booth throwing money. There's just strippers everywhere. Just like, yo, Paul Pierce 2 seconds after the Instagram live cut off. I was like, yeah, this nigga was really enjoying himself, bro, with them hair plugs in.
Yeah, it does he?
It look bad, bro. That nigga's hairline is atrocious.
He got plugs?
I think it looked like plugs. He got them little curls that look like they all stuck together at the root, but at the top it looked kind of like hair, like it's curly.
You really be doing research.
Yeah, I pay attention to niggas' hairlines because I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
Somebody told me, I went to go get my hair done, and she told, well, whoever did my hair, and shout out Q, because she said some inflammatory shit. And she said to everybody, at first she was doing everybody hair the same. I'm walking around looking like another nigga who I know Q does their hair. And I'm like, man, we gotta switch up these styles, nigga. I can't be walking around here. They say they were calling us brothers at work. This nigga I had my hair done when I got the job. I got hired a week later. This nigga get the job. Y'all must be brothers, bruh. Just because we got the same hairstylist. Anyway, Q like, man, your barber pushing your shit back. He pushing you back. That shit crazy, man. I'm like, man, I'm just old, bruh. Like, my hairline is changing, man. This shit just moving back. I'm growing my hair. A lot of niggas don't know this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all you niggas that's struggling. But you get one good grow right before you start to feel like you about to lose your hair. That shit'll hang. That shit'll hang a little bit. It'll hang tough. As soon as you cut that shit. That's why I still got dreads now. You know how annoying this shit is? I got women telling me my hairline receding and shit. Shitting on my barber that I've had for years. I'm like, he's not pushing my shit back. It's just this age pushing my shit back, bro.
I do feel like barbers do that shit though, man.
Come on, man. Not mine, nigga. Yours. Shout out Rail, man. But yeah, man, it's looking ugly over there for Paul Pierce. I don't even know if it's looking ugly.
I forgot what the fuck we were talking about, bro.
Cause he lost his job. He didn't seem to bat an eye. Like, he ain't made no statements or nothing. Like,
He wanted that.
I think he wanted it.
Yeah. Like, the theory I heard is like he probably was in some turmoil already. Cause I'm like, well, who would do that, man? Like, this nigga's been like clean his whole life. Like,
And why would you get fired for that?
I mean, he definitely. I mean, you know you're gonna get fired for
Why
something
would
like that.
why?
Everything's completely legal, right?
Why?
It's not even about. I mean, it's just come on, man.
It's an image thing.
For sure,
he
it's
just look trash.
Yeah.
He look washed, bro.
You can't do none of that shit, man. Well, who else would do that? That's on TV.
Michael Jordan.
That's a pundit. You can't do that shit. You on TV every day. You
Michael
lose.
Irvin.
Yeah, nah, they ain't going live, dog. Ain't nobody going live.
Trade.
Nobody going live, bro. Huh? You find it. Ain't nobody going live with strippers, dog. What? Fuck no. You find a video, dog. It's only no one's doing.
You talking about NBA players?
No
who else?
Niggas do it, but you can't do it on fucking live, man. Come on, man. Come on, you just can't, dog. Like, it's not even about a why. Like, it's company shit.
He should have called Lou Will and figured out how to finesse that situation a little bit better.
You in the company, dog. You know they don't fuck with you like that. What the fuck? It's like, what the fuck if Chris Berman looked like in the strip club?
Hey, look. This nigga Draymond strikes again, nigga. They don't love you like that.
Chris Berman would never, man. No one. You just can't, dog. Like, why would you do it? Like, me
Chris Berman would never.
Me personally, I just would never do no shit like that.
Yeah, it's
like,
kinda,
I'm not doing that shit now.
It's tacky, man. And on the low, maybe it looks so tacky because he was trying to get fired.
Yeah, I just wouldn't. I mean, I'm not a nigga who's gonna do that.
Why
shit.
not just quit, bro?
When I'm with strippers, I enjoy the stripper, not the phone. Me personally,
a gentleman.
I give the lady my time
and my money.
If I'm gonna do it, man, like shit, nigga. I mean, I'm trying to look at some ass, nigga. What the fuck? I give a fuck if Live sees me. Like, why? Why do I? I'm an NBA player, dog.
I see me.
Like, like, haven't you done enough, dog? You want an NBA championship and you still need to go live, dog? I don't get it. But yeah, shout out to him, man. I guess I'm sure he's got a backup plan. I mean, I guess money is the ultimate backup plan. I'm sure he saved his money, and
not that night.
Well, maybe not. Yeah, he's not. Hopefully, we'll give him some time. I saw him tweet something like, "Even when I lose, I win," or some shit like that. I'm just like, all right, man. We'll see.
Ain't that a DJ Khaled bar?
His girlfriend put that up.
Yeah. He really like threw me off with the hair plug shit. I'm like, damn, I know the nigga had hair plugs. That's wild.
Dude, I seen a nigga the other day.
I didn't even peep it.
And you know how niggas
And I watched the whole video of this shit because I thought it was. I did think it was a lot worse than I expected. Like I thought it was. I don't know what I thought I was gonna see, but I'm like, man, you just doing some regular nigga shit.
Yeah, I seen a nigga the other day with the goddamn. It's funny because it made me think of Paul Pierce. This nigga had the whole shit blacked out. I was like, yo, Paul Pierce probably getting that right here in the front, that black Beijing, but he getting all that airbrush right here in the front.
I thought he had like a fro in this shit though.
Nah, I'm gonna look it up, bro. Be sure. I ain't been wrong about basketball shit tonight, man.
Man, we just met a part 2, man. All over again. But nah, man. Either way, shout out to Paul Pierce, man. Best wishes.
God bless.
Shout out to the Braves while he looks this shit up, man. Apparently it was I saw the little the freeze frame of the blown call. Like, yeah, dude was clearly didn't tag home plate. It's a pivotal game. I'm not really a Braves fan because I feel like all baseball is racist.
It is.
We just had that conversation with Tyler.
It is.
I don't know because the sport is so old or what, but shout out to the Braves, man. Dusty Rhodes or somebody. I don't know.
Dusty Rhodes. He's a wrestler, nigga.
Hank Aaron.
Hank Aaron. Oh, yeah. Dusty Rhodes didn't no? All right.
He was Cincinnati. Right?
Oh, shit. This nigga got a young nigga fro. I must be thinking about different
That's
Paul
why
Pierce.
I was like, what? That's why I was like, bro. I was like, what you see that I didn't see, bro?
I apologize to your hairline, Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
It looks strong, man.
Yeah,
it looks strong at your age. All right. Even when you lose, you win.
He knew.
He knew.
That nigga knew. But yeah,
I've been apologizing a lot this week, nigga.
man, we ain't just get into what we've been watching. What the fuck have I been watching? You know what? I don't think we did a wash moment.
I did mine, kind of. You didn't do yours.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I don't need to do one.
Forgetting the wash moment is the wash moment.
Yeah. Getting to what I've been watching though. I don't think I watched too much either, which is crazy. It's gonna be the shortest episode yet. Yeah, I'm gonna save that wash moment for another day. What the fuck? I didn't watch shit this week. Have you watched anything?
Watch Space Jam with my daughter. I wrote it down.
What did I watch?
Where's this shit at?
You like it.
This nigga stupid. I've been around. I watched this Netflix documentary called. It was about the murder of Latasha Harlins. I thought it was interesting, especially given the whole Stop Asian Hate campaign. I feel like Netflix is playing games. Like it. I think it's fairly new. And it's really compelling because it's animated and there's no like sit down interviews as you see like with the conventional documentaries. It told a lot of stories about her life as opposed to the moment that she lost her life, and it was an interesting take on a documentary, especially because it was so short. I think it's like 20 minutes or something like that. It's called A Love Song for Latasha. I didn't even know what was happening. I had a friend over and they were watching it as I was doing other shit, and as I'm watching it, I'm seeing the whole like the animated segments that they put in it. I was like, yeah, they really put their time into it, and especially to make it so short, you got a real concept at a time, and it made you what was happening during that time period. It made you kind of go back and reread the story because everybody knows it. The murder of Latasha Harlins was that it happened in. Let's go back.
It was an Asian chick?
Nah, Latasha Harlin was a black 15-year-old girl who was murdered in 1991 in L.A. By a Korean store clerk.
That was I remember that. Yeah,
and it was one of the reasons like around that time. I think 91 was the same year they did the Rodney King verdict. And the city kind of blew up. And one of the places that was hardest hit was Koreatown. Like, you'll go back and you'll see old photographs of business owners standing outside their property with guns, like on roofs, shooting at looters and shit like that. And the community's kind of been, not over the years, I'm sure it's gotten a lot better, probably due to over policing. But I think that the narrative sort of changed, but definitely not without a whole lot of war and violence and shit, especially during the times when LA was in civil unrest. But that murder specifically was one of the ones that I remember seeing in the news at a time period when I wasn't really paying attention to the news like that. But yeah, I watched that A Love Song for Latasha. I watched a lot of YouTube shit. Kill Tony had their 500th episode with Joe Rogan. I don't really know what to say about it unless you know. I watched Biopic on Toussaint L'Ouverture. Look them up. I don't really know how to explain it without getting too far in depth. I watched what else did I watch this week? I started watching WandaVision. It's weird. I'm like 4 episodes in. I think they have a very, I know there's writing styles, and the show reminds me of Lovecraft Country. Like each show was a different aspect of like a bygone era, and they just kind of build a storyline around it. Like there's a Brady Bunch episode. Like you see all these, and I'm pretty sure as that I don't want to. I'm not spoiling it because I haven't seen it, but I'm sure as they go on, like this is some world she's creating with her mind, and this is just the era that she likes. Like she knows the most abstract information about pop culture in this time because she's from another country. Like, you know what I mean? All she did was watch TV, and when she grew up and cultivating these powers, it was probably just like something that she latched onto. But anyway, WandaVision's been cool. I think that's pretty much it. I don't really have a whole bunch of other shit on my plate media wise. Podcast maybe. Joe Rogan, Demi Lovato. Interesting interview. I didn't really know shit about Demi Lovato. I'm not
her face.
I'm not shitting on anybody who's got a personal struggle, but like life throw your problems at you specifically for you. Because I'm listening to her life and I'm like, nigga, you had everything set. What the fuck? Like this wasn't even. But I mean, like I said, life throw problems at you specifically intended and destined for you. So shout out Demi Lovato. It was a good interview. Tom Segura, Joe Rogan, that was really dope. Had that dunk that this nigga broke his arm and tore his ACL. That shit is vicious, nigga. That shit's crazy. Spotify is cool. Shout out Spotify. But cool because they got the videos for all his. So anytime you click his podcast, you get to watch it too. So it's been cool watching this podcast again. Yeah, that's it. I want to watch some Joe Budden shit, but I'm just not. It's not. Yeah.
I actually like the new hosts better than the old ones. More get used to it.
All right. Here we are.
Yeah.
They probably not scared of Joe like they are.
Not even that. It's just like.
I'm not saying they scared of Joe.
Not even that. I'm not even now saying it on that aspect. I'm saying it with just opinions. Like Marlon Roy just didn't.
They don't just agree with.
Not even that. I'm saying they don't have opinions. Like they don't have opinions. I'm saying like it's not even about the Joe Budden dynamic. I'm saying like if they ask them about an industry person because they're in the industry, they only gonna say industry nigga shit. Like and that shit get old on the podcast. Like I don't want to hear like if you say like they're never gonna say. I remember they kept arguing back and forth because I asked them about an album. They be like it was cool. And it's just like that shit gets old. It's not you know what I mean. I don't even think it's they dynamic. It's just like industry nigga shit. Like. You know, I feel like that's a problem when, like, certain people have podcasts. The reason why I got into podcasts because it's supposed to be unfiltered talk, bro. Like, when you take away that aspect of it, it's just like...
Second, why am I listening to you?
Yeah, I don't want to hear you tell me how dope Diddy is or Hove is and shit all day. Like, that's fine, but we kind of need, like, the other side of the, you know? Like, if you're going to have multiple people on the podcast, I mean, we're going to have everybody just agreeing, just saying... You know, everything is cool for me. So I don't mind the new people. I like, I mean, obviously, Raw and Maury, I think they had like, I don't know, man. I think it was good to mix it up. I was about to say fuck them, but no.
God bless.
yeah. Wish them dudes the best, man. I'm sure that shit will survive. The funny thing about that shit is like they had a chick on there before.
Really?
Yeah, when podcast when it was called. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So I mean, I think this is just
Her name was Tahiri.
Yeah. It was one of them chicks from Hot 97. I forget her name, but I don't care to look it up. But anyway, like speaking of podcasts, I got into some new joints this week. Shout out to KD, man. I listened to The Etceteras. It's pretty cool. Like the last episode was with Draymond Green. It was cool to hear them like go back and forth after how much has been said about their relationship. Also listened to the Kareem Biggs Burke episode. Thought that shit was really dope. Also listened to Old Man in the Three. It's JJ Redick's podcast. I listened to the which one? Colin Sexton interview.
Shout out Colin Sexton.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Obviously, still listening to Tangentially Thinking. The Robert Wright episode was pretty dope. I don't know, man. I'm tired of giving Chris Ryan so much pub. So yeah, listen to his shit. That's pretty much it. Oh yeah, shout out to Illustrate, man. I've been going on a whole Black on Purpose run, so I'm pretty much caught up on every episode finally. So shout out to Illustrate.
Shout out Illa.
Yeah, they the king of the 3-hour episodes, man. I don't know how the fuck y'all do that, but shout out to y'all.
Yeah, you can't call Illa on Sunday.
Oh yeah, Drink Champs too. I listened to the Mad Skills episode. That shit was actually pretty interesting, man. He got really fucked up, which made it a little sloppy at the end. But you know, he talked about how he hadn't spoke to Jazzy Jeff in like 10 years. They ended up calling him on the podcast, and apparently this nigga wrote some hooks for Nicki Minaj, which I didn't know. I didn't know he was still ghostwriting to this day. I remember that being the whole thing when we were young about Mad Skills, the ghostwriter and shit. Yeah, and everybody would always wonder who he was writing for. But obviously he revealed nothing. But he revealed a few, like the Nicki Minaj shits, like just basic shits. But either way, he had a lot of little funny, interesting stories about early Virginia shit, which I thought was cool, like Pharrell and Timbaland and all them people. Like,
yeah, on the low, the VA kind of got an interesting
history
rapport on or on this podcast specifically.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, especially given Nori and Pharrell's history. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so yeah, he talked about how like he got discovered by Q-Tip, who was a Queens nigga. And you know, and he's from Virginia, and he's like, man, you know, you kind of got lifted off by like Pharrell, and he's a Virginia nigga. It's like kind of like got opposite careers, which is kind of funny. But yeah, that podcast was pretty cool. The resurgence to Drink Champs, man, it's good, man. He's finally getting back on track.
Yeah, I wanted to watch the Cam episode.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Other than that, I think that's about it. As far as music is concerned, I'm still listening to the same shit. Freddie Gibbs, Boss, Big Boss Rabbit. Like I said, I've been listening to this whole little EP, this Victory EP. I guess Diddy put out after, you know,
March 9th.
You know, yeah, after that day. It's in 2014, but it's just like Victory and Been Around the World remix. So just been listening to those two songs on repeat a lot. I don't know. I always get into a random Biggie bag. Just a big Biggie fan. A huge Biggie fan. A large Biggie fan. Anyway,
a big Biggie fan.
Well, yeah, that's about it.
Oh shit. Yeah, I'm calling out of work tomorrow. Yeah, man. What have I been listening to? Most recently, Alfredo, Freddie Gibbs, specifically. Scotty Beam, Baby Shit, Babies and Fools. Everybody Loves the Sunshine. Roy Ayers. Donnie Womack, Don Tolliver.
That's a good one.
Diamonds, Diva, Issue. Real shit, the first 5 songs. 6. First 6. And then 13, Walk No More. Oh, Talk No More. Legends of the Fall, Civil Rights.
Shout out to them guys.
My favorite song probably Beef and Broccoli. Can't even front. Beef and Broccoli is one of those joints. I listen to that every morning for the past since the release. Since the release, I've been listening to it. Probably the only song I didn't hear before like the final album was done. Of course, like going through shit, but like the final edit, I mean, I didn't even know it existed. So yeah, first song I heard on our project before I knew it was there. Future High Off Life, Trapped in the Sun, of course, Ryan Strikers, Posted with Demons, Big Boss Rabbit, Freddie Gibbs, Gang Signs, Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah. Gang Signs grew on me. I didn't like it at first, but now I like it.
I like structured verses. Like, he got a real structured verse.
Yeah.
Like,
I like
with Big
Schoolboy.
Boss Bunny Rabbit.
I like Schoolboy verse too.
But Freddie Gibbs is one of those people who, like, his writing style I pay a lot of attention to. It's because it always tends to, it's so different approach-wise that he can kind of work in the same patterns. Like, he works in the same patterns a lot. Like, I always talk about BFK.
Very Midwest with his style.
Yeah. But I'll talk about BFK because if you look at the structure of the verses, like, he just changed the words. Like, all the structure for the first verse and the first half of the verse and the second half of the verse is the same on both verses. Like, he just switched the words, which I thought was amazing. But yeah, that's really it. That's all I've been listening to.
I guess on that note, we are Washed, Never Washed Up.
Washed, Never Washed Up.
Shout out No Limit Exposure.
Yeah.
See us. You see him. Set
There
it
we go.
backwards. Nice.
Like, subscribe, share.
Yeah, do all
stay
the
black.
things on social media. Yeah, stay black. Anything else? No.
Yeah, man.
No.
That's it.
All right. R.I.P. DMX. Get well, Black Rob.
Man, get well, Black Rob and Biz Marquee apparently.
Yeah, and Biz. We out.